Astrology is our most ancient art and science, dating back thousands of years. It is about our understanding of the solar system and our place in the cosmos. It is about our exploration of the understanding of the relationship between the earth and the sky, and involves the understanding that everything is interconnected. Everything is energy. Everything is a part of the oneness of all that is. And it relies on that ancient principle of as above, so below. The patterns of the sky are mirrored in the energies of the earth. We may not know exactly how old the human understanding of this relationship is between the earth and the sky, or the origins of astrology, in that there's a lot of increasing controversy over how long we humans have been on this planet. Our conventional understanding of history is that we have been here for less than 100,000 years as we've evolved and moved into becoming Homo sapiens, the type of human that we are now. And in particular, our understanding of history, our modern era of history, dates back only 5,000 years. There's a book by Michael Cremo called Forbidden Archaeology that is actually exploring the documented research indicating that humans like us have actually been on the earth hundreds of millions of years. There is so much about our own history that we may not know. But what we do know is that as long as we've been on this planet, we have explored those larger philosophical and cosmological questions about who are we? What is our place in the cosmos? What is our relationship with the planets and the stars? And how can they guide us and inform us in who we are and who we are becoming? In terms of some of what we do know about archaeological evidence that connects us to this ancient exploration of the interface between the earth and the sky, we can see in the caves of Lascaux in France that these cave paintings that go back to 17,000 BC show the configurations of different constellations in the sky, that the circle of animals in these painted in these ancient caves are actually a sky map. We also see in the Sphinx in ancient Egypt this image of a lion facing east, due east. There is now increasing evidence that the Sphinx was built most likely around 10,000 BC, at the cusp of the beginning of the age of Leo, with this figure of the lion facing the stars of Leo as they rose at the time of the spring equinox. So we see over and over again the ancient cultures' deep connection with the stars and with our orientation towards them and their meaning for us in the sky. We see in the Great Pyramids in Egypt, again, this resonance and effort to mirror our connection to the sky or the stars. The three Great Pyramids of Giza were actually built to exactly mirror the brightest stars in the belt of Orion, the constellation Orion in the sky. And the pyramids were also built with very significant shafts that were attuned to different bright stars in the sky, including the stars of Orion, the bright star Sirius, and other important stars in the sky. So we see that these ancient cultures built their sacred sites to mirror certain stars in the sky or to orient us, our attention towards certain stars. This really resonates with the fact that some of the earliest known written documents were star omens coming out of ancient Mesopotamia, dating back to about 3000 BC. And again, it was this effort to understand how the energies of certain stars at certain times of the year would influence the events on the earth. We see in other ancient sites this effort to mirror the sky with sacred sites on the earth. This is seen in Pisac in Peru, with a site that probably dates back to 11,000 BC, or at least 11,000 years ago, where we see these chambers that were built to mirror the Pleiades. Machu Picchu is very oriented towards mirroring particular configurations and energies of the sun and the moon and the sky. We also know that many ancient sacred sites were built to align with particular times of the year, such as the winter solstice, summer solstice, or the time of the equinoxes. Ancient cultures understood these particular times of year as having energies that manifest in certain ways in our lives and in the cycle of seasons on the earth. We see, for example, in the Temple of Horus in Egypt, a temple that is aligned to the sunrise of winter solstice. Newgrange in Ireland, built around 3200 BC, is also oriented to align with the winter solstice sunrise sun, which enters this small opening above the central corridor in the Newgrange site, such that when the winter solstice sunrise comes above the horizon, the light fills that box, that opening, and illuminates the corridor, bringing light into the site in a profoundly beautiful way. Stonehenge in England, built about 3000 BC, is oriented to align with the sunrise of the summer solstice. This is also true of some caves in India. For example, the Ajanta caves, built around 200 BC, that are aligned, some are aligned to the summer solstice and some to the winter solstice. Then we see many sites, such as Chichen Itza, a Mayan site built around 900 AD, that aligns perfectly with the sun at the time of the equinoxes. So the most ancient documents that we have that are coming out of ancient Mesopotamia around 3000 BC are really speaking to these energies of the stars, the star omens, and how those energies are mirrored on the earth.